Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. You know what? Where's Hawk at? Listener discretion advised. Hands in.
Welcome to the Electro and Bono Movie Power Hour. I am Electro, of course.
Yo, what up? This is Bono.
And we are back again with another exciting edition of the Movie Power Hour. We love movies here on this show, god damn it. And we cover all fucking movies. New movies, old movies. We have a very deep love, and I have a stupid amount of knowledge for a bunch of films. So.
Sickening amount.
I'm a sick man. That's what this podcast is about. It's about my sickness, and really, it's a cautionary tale. Mm-hmm. But that's what we're doing here in the Movie Power Hour. And one of my favorite franchises is fucking Alien, dude. Come on.
One of the OG franchises, actually.
Yeah. I was trying to remember, my first memory of Alien. I remember the apartments where I grew up, and it was Aliens. I remember watching that on USA, the fucking network, USA. USA didn't fuck around, bro. They would show shit. And I remember seeing the scene in Aliens where they find all the people cocooned up. And I think it's a lady or something that they find who's cocooned up on the wall, and then a thing bursts out of her chest. So that was burned in my mind as a little kid, the alien was fucking terrifying. Right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember my first memory of that. I remember the scene, but I don't remember how young I was, and that was the original chest burster scene.
Yeah. And then so around that time, this must have been when we were living there. It was the early 90s. So I don't remember how old I was. But around this time, I think Alien 3 had just come out, maybe. So it must have been 92 or some shit. When did Alien 3 come out? 92.
92.
So around that time, they were pushing Alien toys hard, for little kids.
Nice.
And one of the kids in the neighborhood, he had one. He had a xenomorph.
Nice.
And so one day I go out to the outside to play. No, but nobody out there. Back in the days, remember the fucking days when you would just go outside and your neighbors or whatever were there. They all would
block.
It's we would all reconvene at the same fucking time, and just play till our moms made us go inside.
Right. Till dinner was done.
Yeah. And so I remember one day going out at a random time. There was nobody out. There was a ghost town. So I'm just playing on the grass by myself. And then what do I find? I find the xenomorph.
Whoa.
And I remember, so I had...
Did you run for your life? So they're here.
Oh, fuck.
Shit.
I had already seen that scene that I'm talking, that fucked me up. And I really liked that toy. But I was scared of it, bro.
Right.
And I took it, right? I didn't return it to him. I took that. I ran, as soon as I found it, I ran into the house.
Right.
I was like, maybe this guy went to go take a piss, left his toy. Fuck, he fucked up. I'm out of here.
1 minute's all I need. I'm out of here.
But I had such a fear and respect for the xenomorph, okay, that at night when I went to sleep, I put that, how we had that, I don't know how you say it in English, but we had the vitrina.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
It was a big piece of furniture.
Yeah, what do you call those fucking things? God damn it. I know what it's called.
It's a big piece of furniture, and we would put our TV in it, and it also had a glass display, you're right, where my dad would put display his bottles of liquor and shot glasses or whatever.
Right.
And I would, and so it had this glass door. You would push it and it would open. I had to secure the xenomorph in there before I went to bed every night, just in fucking case.
I can hear it if it moves. There's enough glass in there that
I don't know why. Like in my little kid head, I was like, this thing needs to be like secured at night when I'm going to sleep. So that's fucking the impact that Alien had on me as a kid. And I didn't watch that whole movie. I just saw that scene.
Right.
That's all I remember.
Right.
But I just like that image of that person that looked so like depleted and cocooned and just like, I believe as soon as they find him, he's like, "Oh, kill me," you know?
Right.
And then fucking chest bursted.
Nice.
So that shit really hit me hard. But I think when I really like sat down and watched all these movies like for the first time, like for real, was probably like a little after, no, maybe at 18. I remember I had a job because I bought Alien and Aliens got released on Blu-ray. Must have been around 2006 or 2007. They all got like re-released, all of them, but I only bought Alien and Aliens because in my head I knew that people did not like Alien 3, and I remember Resurrection also had a bad reputation. But I was like, okay, but I'll buy these two films. And both of those films also had the director's cuts on them. And then, like, that's when I was like, oh, fuck. Like, since then, Alien has been one of my favorite fucking movies. I rewatch it all the time. And Alien is just one of my favorite fucking franchises. And I ran through them all after I took my girl to go watch Romulus. We went to go watch this movie in IMAX. It was fucking great.
That's awesome.
And then after that, I was like, I need to make you watch all the Alien movies because Alien Romulus has fucking 30 callbacks to every single fucking film. And I fucking loved it.
Right.
I fucking loved Alien Romulus, bro. I don't know about you.
It was fucking awesome, bro.
Like, I already went into it, like, super hyped. And Fede Alvarez directed this, obviously, who directed the Evil Dead remake, which, you know, you and I fucking love.
Right.
And then he also directed, what was that movie called? With the fucking blind guy when they break into his house.
Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about something else.
What are you trying to say?
I don't remember. I was in my head. I was thinking Dead Silence.
Well, that makes sense. You gotta be silent.
Yeah. So don't breathe, which is also a really sick movie.
Yeah, it was gross.
So I think after that he went on to direct Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie, which I didn't watch because it wasn't a David Fincher movie. So I was like, what the fuck? Like, right. I don't care.
Yeah.
And it didn't get good reviews. And I think that's the last movie he directed. So when I heard he's doing Alien Romulus, I'm just in the back of my head like, if you fucking mix what happened in that Evil Dead remake with an Alien movie,
right?
This could be something very special.
You're set up for success, dude,
yeah.
You know?
And I loved the movie. I went to see it. I fucking enjoyed it from the moment it started till the moment it ended. I had a great fucking time.
Well, okay, let me ask you this before we get into it. You saw it in IMAX. You saw it in Marina?
No, I went all the way to Dublin to watch it in IMAX, true IMAX.
Oh, shit.
I didn't. When I go watch a movie in Marina, I say XD, buddy. That's not IMAX.
Okay, so you took the voyage. At that spot, did you have your casual in there, or were people reacting to all these hits?
I went at 1 p.m. on Friday. I think everybody there was a fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And the old man that scans your ticket, there was an old man scanning tickets to get in. Mm-hmm. He's old. He told me, he's all like, it's a great movie, you're gonna love it. And I was I was like, fuck yeah, this old fucking guy. If this fucking old guy liked it, we're good.
Right.
Because those are the people that you would expect that if the movie sucks, that fucking old guy that probably grew up watching Alien his whole fucking life. He probably saw the original one in the movie theater or something. Right. If that motherfucker had told me this movie's trash, I would have been like, shit, you know? But he was just like, great movie, you're gonna love it. And I was like, fuck yeah.
That is cool. Okay, so that makes sense.
They had Xenomorph. They had alien mixed drinks there too. What? I didn't get one.
Oh man!
I got my fucking 9% IPA. I had a good time.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
And I think we snuck in a couple of twisted teas.
Some of those teas, huh? Gotta stay hydrated.
Yeah, but they had like a blue and a. I left my phone in the other room, but I had taken pictures of it. They had 2 different alien drinks.
Nice.
And there was just something about whatever. I'll just get a can, move on, than to sit there and order some alien drinks. Plus, we got there like we were pushing it. Right. Like we barely got there. I wanted to get there like 30 minutes early. Maybe I would have had a couple of little alien drinks.
Yeah, little Xenos, huh? We got 2 Xenos on
we were cutting it close, so I got my fucking alien popcorn bucket, which I showed you, right? It's fucking amazing. $35. I would have paid more.
I don't know why you charged me that amount. I'm ready to spend $60 on this.
I will not give you $35 for this, sir. No. Here's $100.
What's your name? Here you go. That's for you.
Thank you. Hey, I touched his shoulder. Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you.
But yeah, great time. So I don't know if I talked about it during our Deadpool episode, but we went to go watch Deadpool at that IMAX because I was on vacation. We had a couple extra days. There was nothing playing, and Deadpool was still in IMAX. So I was like, fuck it, let's go watch it.
Nice.
And then during that, there was a trailer for Alien Romulus that was shot like for IMAX. And so there was an IMAX trailer.
Nice.
So I saw that trailer in that giant fucking screen, and then and there I was like, I'm coming back next week.
Right.
I don't fucking care. Right. I usually don't have Friday off. I got Friday off.
Whoa.
Fucking early early showing. Because I saw that trailer in IMAX and I was like, wow.
Right.
I need to watch an alien movie in this fucking giant ass screen.
Respectfully.
With the fucking sound just fucking going crazy, you know? Like, I need that experience. And it did not fucking disappoint.
Nice.
Honestly, actually, so I love the movie. I have no complaints about it. The only thing that slightly disappointed me, was that I did have the memory of the Evil Dead remake. That movie is so gory and violent.
Yeah.
Like, it is up there as one of the goriest violent movies I've ever seen in movie theater. And remember when we went to go see it in the movie theater? That was probably one of the funnest movie-going experiences ever. We were fucked up, and we just fucking had the best fucking time.
Just some horrific shit going down.
Yeah.
It's laughable.
When she fucking licks that fucking box cutter and just splits her tongue.
Right. Yeah.
So I do gotta say that Alien Romulus, I really hope would be as gory and crude as that, and it is that, but not to that level of the Evil Dead remake.
No.
So I was kind of left wanting a little bit more of like I wanted to see somebody get split in half and see and not it be CG, you know, like a fucking practical shit. And we didn't get that. I mean, the deaths in this movie are very adequate, and everything else about it is fantastic. But that is one thing that I was like, I wish it was just a tad gorier.
That's what I was asking too, about like who was in the audience, because just like all other franchises, right? They have to kind of reboot, even though I know it's not, but it is, because it's kind of all the callbacks and all that type of shit. Like, I had nothing but casuals in my auditorium. You know what I mean? And I consider myself a casual, but I also know this shit. There was a couple, you know, a brother and his lady. right? They walk into this auditorium. They got their snacks. They got the thing. We saw them in the line. You know what I mean? Everyone came into this movie. It was a late showing. Everyone there at the concession was to watch that fucking alien movie. So we all go up in there, right? And my boy, he's just like, being loud, obnoxious. Everyone's speaking at this time, and I hate it when people are scared because they talk a lot. And then when like a movie like this, a bunch of people are also just watching it because it's there to watch. They're not fans to be like, oh, fucking the new Alien, or
it had a,
you know what I mean?
It had a fantastic trailer.
Yeah.
So and it had a Red Band trailer where honestly, the trailer showed too much.
I just watched the
trailer.
first one.
Basically showed half of the deaths in it. So anybody that saw that trailer, whether you're an Alien fan or not, had to be like, this shit looks cool.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure that drove people that weren't necessarily Alien fans to go see this movie.
So these people were there, and again, the movie does a really good job to keep the suspense of, right? You watch the first one, you don't really see a lot of shit. You're more in suspense of what's going on around it. This one did it pretty cool, even though they have the possibility to just give you everything. You know what I mean? So it did play well on that. But as I was watching this, I'm seeing this callbacks, and no one's like, yeah, or oh, or even just from plugging in Rook, I was like, yes, you know what I'm saying? And that was early on, right? That was before the movie gets going, and no one was reacting to it. I was like,
I gotta say,
I felt a little sad.
I think I was the only one that reacted when Rook, who is fucking Ian Holm, who played Ash in the first movie, when he popped up, I was probably the only one who was like, whoa,
right?
Hey,
yeah, hey, well, hey.
But some of the other callbacks, the only one I remember specifically, which is, and I get it, and you hear the criticism for this movie, I love it, but a lot of people are like, it has way too many callbacks to too many things, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I love them.
Yeah.
But when the "Leave her alone, you bitch" line came on, a lot of people were like, yes, and I was too. I was like, yeah, even though like the line kind of came out of nowhere and it did not fit into what was happening. Right. I didn't fucking care. I was like, great, whatever.
Right.
And I watch these reviews or listen to these reviews of these other podcasts, and all of them hate on that moment. And I understand it, but at the same time, like, chill the fuck out, pussies. What are we here for?
Right.
What the fuck are we here
got
for?
the movie, bro. Yeah. What are you complaining about here? You know what I mean?
Come on, man.
And it could have gone a whole lot worse, right? And I'm not saying that any Alien movie is bad, right? But you have the ones you prefer to watch and not. And this, honestly, like, if and when you own this, I know you're gonna rewatch this movie multiple fucking times.
I went to go see it in the movie theater like last week again.
Nice.
Because Lalo hadn't seen it, and I was like, bro, like, you need to watch it in the movie theater, dude. Like, you'll enjoy it if we watch it at home, but it's not gonna be the same if you watch it at home. And it was already not playing in the premium screens and shit, but I was like, doesn't matter. Like, if you see it in a big ass, it's still gonna be a big ass screen no matter what. So I needed to make him watch that fucking movie. And watching it the second time, I was like, this is fucking great. It's fucking great. I loved this movie, as I said. So again, directed by Fede Alvarez, who also wrote it along with, what is this name, man? Rodo
Sayagues.
Rodo Sayagues.
Sayagues? What you say?
Hey. The movie stars Kaylee Spaney as Rain. David Johnson as Andy, who I fucking loved in this movie. He was good. I fucking loved that character.
Yeah.
Archie Renault as Tyler, Isabella Mercedes Kay, Spike Fern as Bjorn, Eileen Wu as Navarro. And then we got one Robert Bobrovsky as that fucking
offspring
special fucking specimen that comes out at the end.
Yes.
That I loved.
Real person.
Yeah. So when you see the pictures of like a real guy,
he's
it's
an alien.
scary.
he's a hybrid Xeno. Bro.
It's scary, man.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy.
So Alien Romulus was released on August 16th, the foul year of our Lord, 2024. 7.4 out of 10 on IMDb, 80% Rotten Tomatoes, and 85% audience
That's
score.
good.
Yeah, dude. People loved it. Okay.
Critics loved it.
The film had an estimated $80 million budget.
Mm-hmm.
Opening weekend, 42 mil. That was a big opening weekend. Like, I think when it comes to like the Alien franchises, I think the only one that it is behind is Prometheus. When Prometheus
awesome.
came out, there was so much hype. I went to go see that movie at midnight. Back when you would still have to go watch a new movie at midnight. Now they'll set up showing like at 6.
Oh, really?
On the
Thursday?
that Thursday showing, I think the first one is like at 6.
I don't like that.
Back then, when was I think it was 2012. In 2012,
yeah,
if you wanted to go see a movie early, you had to fucking go at midnight.
Right. The turn of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have to be fucking committed, bro. You have to be a lover of cinema.
Yeah.
And of the Alien.
Right.
Or whatever movie it was. That it's like you have to go at midnight. And I remember my buddy Jonesy hitting me up and being like, you want to go see Prometheus at midnight? Because I was just going to go watch it
regardless.
like at regular time. Right? But he hits me up like at 8 on Thursday. Do you want to go see Prometheus at midnight? And I was like already like getting ready for bed or something. And I was like, yep. And I remember like fucking went out there and it was still like 10. We got like drunk before. Had a great time.
Right.
But yeah. I think Prometheus is the only one that has like a bigger opening weekend. But 42 mil is very good.
That is good.
US and Canada, it has made 92.7 million. And worldwide, 316. So I think, it's up there with the top 3 highest grossing Alien movies. I think Prometheus and if adjusted for inflation, I think the first Alien adjusted for inflation made 470 million.
Nice. Which is awesome.
Yeah. It's crazy when you look at these numbers from 1979. That first Alien had a budget of 11 million, which in today's money is close to $50 million.
Right.
And that opening weekend was 3.5 million.
It's not a lot. Which
translates to like 15 million in 2024. But I don't know how long it ran. I got to do some research when we finally do an Alien episode.
Mm-hmm.
But it had legs to get all the way to 470. When the opening weekend is only 15 million,
right?
And you make it all the way to 470, when you consider fucking Alien Romulus has a 42 million opening,
right?
And this movie opened a month ago, and it's only at 316. It shows you like how the difference in like how people go to movies, and who knows how long it'll be. Like it's been a month, still playing in theaters right now. It'll probably still be out for another couple of weeks, but back in those days, like they would show a movie for like 4 months, 3 months, you know, like you would they would give you plenty of time to be able to go see it in the movie theater. Right. And now it's like, if you get a month, that's like,
Yeah, watch it or you
Good.
missed it. Honestly, I feel like these movies don't bleed into the seasons anymore like they used to.
Fuck
You would
no.
catch some. You would catch some bleeding into the summer, some summer into the fucking fall. And now it's just like, hey, you need to watch this ASAP because it's not gonna be there.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
glad this is still on there, and that's awesome.
Yeah. So the synopsis of Alien Romulus: space colonizers come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe while scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station.
Derelict.
Derelict. Right from the beginning of this movie, I was like, fuck, I love this, because the first Alien, like a lot of people talk about how it's what makes that movie so good is the character development, right? Like, you basically know all of these characters. You get to know them pretty well before they all start dying horribly. But it is essentially, people say it's space truckers. It's a guy delivering some fucking shit
Cargo,
to another state or something. But it's in space, so it's space truckers. And in that first movie, you really see like they're like working class and tiers, you know?
Right.
Dallas is the fucking captain, and Ripley, she's the she's like the safety something or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So you could tell that they're the top paid people. They're like the managers that are probably getting paid well.
Right.
And then you got your other characters.
What's the industry name? I'm blanking on the name.
You fuck.
I'm sorry.
It's Weyland Yutani.
Wait, God damn it. Okay.
So you got them, and then you got Brett, played by Harry Dean Stanton, and Parker, played by Yaphet Kotto. And the whole time they're complaining about what they get paid.
Right.
They're just like, man, like our shares are bullshit. You know?
We're
Like,
gonna start a space union.
We need to like start talking about our shares when we get back. And he was just like, and Dallas telling him like, bro, you signed a contract.
Right.
Like you agreed to do this. Like now, but like, I guess now that they've been through space trucking, they're like, man, it is not worth what we're getting paid.
Right.
So you see the way that this company treats its employees,
Right.
It values them differently, and there is very low value employees that are doing they're getting down there, they're doing the work,
right?
And they're getting paid shit, right?
Right.
So I always loved that about the original Alien, where it's just like, man, this is the working class right here, just getting fucked, and then xenomorph shows up.
Right.
And I love how they explore that in this film, man. Like I've heard also in reviews and stuff, people complain about the character development in this movie, which, I mean, maybe some of them aren't developed that great. But I love the plot of this character Rain, and like the way it starts. So they're in a mining colony. This planet, basically, anybody that lives there is working the mines or doing something to whatever they're extracting or what. They're working shit fucking jobs, living shit fucking lives. They're working in the mines, essentially, like digging for coal now. It's like fucking one of the most grueling, horrible, like thankless jobs ever. Essentially these people are killing themselves, and so that the rest of the world can function. There's these fucking group of individuals that are just not thought about, or I don't know if it still goes down that way, but it went down that way. I'm sure that there's still plenty of that around the world.
So have you discovered crystallic fusion yet, or are you still using fossil fuels? We have double A.
We have double. Where's that from?
Toy Story, bro.
Oh my god.
You know this. Because Buzz was on a terraforming mission.
Oh, that's
okay,
true.
just saying. And that's what Alien's about
That's
in this
true.
movie. Just saying.
I love how they set it all up. You meet Rain, and she is working for Weyland Yutani, and she's paid her dues, god damn it. So apparently in this world you have to put in your time so that you can be granted access to leave this fucking shitty ass planet.
Right.
And so she worked 6 years, which was the required time.
Which, okay, let me ask you this. Did you think it's like a prison thing?
Kinda.
'Cause that's what I thought when she's like, "Hey, I did my time. I did my dues. I
served my nickel.
I've done it." You know, I kind of saw it that way, and of course, everyone else looked pretty rough and rugged and fucked up. You know what I mean?
So she goes to cash in her hours so that she could finally leave, and they're like, "Oh, like there's a new limit to hours worked, and now you have to do 12 years. So you've only done half of your time." So
Right.
Oh, and also you're being transferred to the mines, which is like
Death.
Yeah. And she looks back and you're literally seeing people walk into the mines taking their canaries with them and shit. And it's like, fuck.
Right.
And then you meet her buddies later, and they talk about how basically all of their parents all have died doing this job.
Right.
So it is their sole mission to like not end up like their parents and just fucking get the fuck out of here, you know, because this company is essentially just killing them. And so
that's a little preachy. I mean, it's a little preachy on the word. I don't mind it either.
I loved it. I really liked that because it takes it back to that first Alien where you see how abusive this company is of its employees.
It gives you that dark feeling no matter what. It's like, oh, fuck, they're getting fucked either way, you know?
Yeah, and as somebody who works for a major corporation and gets fucked by it on a daily basis, I fucking feel it.
Some motherfucker lurking around the store.
Hey.
Secret shopper.
It's essentially like fucking, I feel like I work for you, Alien. Are you okay? That's how I fucking feel, buddy. But yeah, I loved that. And then right away, watching this movie, the Andy character, who she calls her brother, but you find out is an android that her father picked out of the trash and just like fixed him.
Right.
So you don't know how long she's been with him, but it seems like they've essentially grown up together.
I really fucking like that they did that for this and not just place even though he is a company property, just refurbished, that they incorporated that into it. Of course they were going to, not that was a doubt. But again, these movies, this one in particular, much like the Jurassic World franchise or part of the franchise.
Here we go, Jurassic World.
Let me tell you, hold on. It's that these casual viewers who don't give two fucks about David or Rook or any of that type of shit are watching this, and it's really like light. You know what I'm saying? It's because the character, you feel bad for the character,
right?
Opposed to Rook and David, where you're just like, oh fuck, these guys are, you know, mission statement driven, and they're company assets. You know what I mean? And you get like a softer feel, and then you see the transition and shit. But again, when I was watching this with like, there was young people. I want to say early 20s, and they were just like, oh yeah, fuck that, ha, 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 type shit, because they're scared over here, right? They're just talking nonsense, and you just kind of think like, just pisses you off a little bit, you know what I mean?
All right.
But it's part of this because it's introducing the franchise in a different way. And even that coming into the whole colony shit, I really like that you get to see a colony, right? You see the colony and you're just kind of like, wow, these people are so fucked at home that they rather go get fucked in space.
Yeah, well, they'll take their chances,
right,
to go into space. They have no idea that the xenomorph exists,
it's lurking from ship to ship.
But I really do love the setup. The setup is great, and yeah, you're right. I care about her, and I care about them. About Andy, dude.
Yeah.
And then so Andy is an old model, so he's essentially like a child.
Right.
immediately I'm just like, I love this character and I do not want, he's a robot.
Right.
I don't want anything to happen to him because he just has this like childlike fucking innocence.
Right.
And all he is doing is trying to make Rain happy. He's just telling her a bunch of dad jokes, trying to make her laugh. And it's just like Forrest Gump or something, right? And I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, so when the movie's getting set, they haven't even introduced the concept that they're going to go into the ship yet. And you're just seeing their relationship. I'm like, man, I don't want these two to get torn apart.
This is just getting going right now. God damn.
Yeah. So I loved it. And even like, you brought up Jurassic World, which I don't know why, but but looking at someone who just watched all of the Alien movies, and I love them, and you care about those characters, but I don't feel, I mean, I guess aliens with Newt and stuff, but like, especially in that first Alien, they're like coworkers. Right. And as much as they might care about each other, that they're getting killed, it's not like you would care so if you were in this situation with your brother or somebody that you like fucking are not going to want to live without, you know? If it's your coworker, I'm not saying that I want my coworkers to die. But there is like, yeah, whatever. I would probably do a lot to try to save my coworker, but not like if it was my brother. If it's my brother, I'm going to do fucking anything.
Them or me, it's me.
Yeah, exactly. If it's my coworker, I'm like, sorry, buddy.
We're fast enough. Lower your temperature.
You fucking idiot.
You stupid.
Yeah. And so, yes, I love the whole setup because they get an out. She gets hit up by her crew or, I don't know, friends that she used to know. And they're like, dude, there's a ship up there. It has 6 cryopods. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's not go down the path that our parents went down. Like, let's go and make a life for our own. And like, fuck, just like all that motivation, all that setup. I'm like, dude, I'm like, hell of invested. Right. And the movie looks fucking fantastic. The set design, everything, it just feels like the first Alien movie, you know?
Right. I really like the opening scene too. That was really cool.
Oh, fantastic.
It was almost kind of demonic. I don't know if you got that vibe, you know what I'm saying? Well,
like I said about feeling Evil Dead vibes, the vibe was there.
Just
like
off.
fucking there's a great shot that's in the trailer too of one of the girls walking down the corridor, and it's like the way that she's walking down the corridor looks so eerie and like she's just walking straight into her doom. You know, that just reminded me of like the fucking, you know, the feeling of like dread and shit from like Evil Dead, where it's just like you guys are all fucked. Unless you're Rain. But yeah, I loved it. And I loved everything, all the setup, you know, because all these movies, characters have to do a bunch of stupid things, right? But like everything in this movie, it's like I understood why they're making every decision that they're making. And then once they're fucked and the aliens are out, they're kind of stuck on the ship. It's not like they have they could just be like, all right, fuck this, we're leaving. Like they're stuck in this situation, and it's great. And the first face hugger fucking scene, which is heavily teased in the trailers, fantastic. Fucking 30 face huggers coming at you, no bueno. No. And I love the tension too, because you're seeing that they're like in these little, they're like being preserved, they're in sleep or something. They're frozen.
They're also cryo slept.
Yeah.
But not cryo because it's warm, you know?
So they thaw out. These face huggers thaw out.
Yeah, they have a big heater for their room.
And they fucking come at everybody. Yeah. And it's a great scene.
You know what? I did like that from this movie in particular, because every time you see a face hugger, it's certain death. You know what I'm saying?
Face huggers are so creepy, and too. The way they move.
very sexual.
Yeah, they're walking vaginas
Yeah.
is pretty much.
But they, ejac down these people's throats. So
They
they're
rape
kind of
your mouth.
It's kind of like a 2-part thing. You know what I mean?
You
They're able
think?
to do both.
Yeah, it's true.
But in
they're hermaphrodites.
In this movie, they show that they could fight him off. They can really like stand ground and go hard. I'm not saying that even when the shooting and all that shit, but like fighting him off, it wasn't like certain.
Yeah, this dude was like knocking him down with like a bat or something.
Right.
They would fly at him and he'd be like,
Yeah, that big prod taser type thing. Exactly.
yeah. A face hugger isn't. Well, the first person that gets face hugged, that's like more like your standard thing. Like in these movies, once the face hugger comes out, it's like people just put their faces in front of them, right? And yeah, like you said, it's cool to see somebody being like, fuck this, and just like swatting them out of the way.
Right.
But then that poor fucking bald woman, she was trying her best not to be attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep.
And she just fucking does not cover her face when a face hugger leaps for it. I made my girl watch all these alien movies. So we went through everything, and the last thing we watched was the first Alien versus Predator, which I need a rewatch. I like it. I like it. The first half of it is good, and then it kind of falls off. By the end, it's like, okay,
right,
this sucks. But the setup to that film, I think, is really good. And I don't know, it's probably the first time it happened in a movie, but there's a slow-mo of a face hugger going at somebody's face. And when that happens in that movie, my girlfriend was like, oh, whoa. She's like, that was so cool. Like, you've never seen a face hugger like that before. And I was just like, I love you.
And also, that's how they get you. You're mesmerized. You're like, whoa, this is the coolest. Fuck.
Yeah.
That's how you get got.
So, and also, when you see the face huggers in their little, whatever they have them
birthing sack.
Yeah. Like, I was thinking, like, did they get this from David or something? Because, in Covenant,
right, David
does he puts away little face hugger embryos,
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of like, did they somehow get this from David,
right, right.
But no.
But it's no.
But obviously no. They got the original xenomorph from the first Alien. They they went to the remains of the Nostromo, that's how the movie starts. You already see like the fucking parts of the Nostromo just floating in space,
right?
And then they get the cocooned alien. It's fantastic.
It's really good. It's so good.
It's fantastic.
And it's
the music's so eerie too.
It's evil as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
You're bringing the devil on board. Is what you're doing.
Oh, it's great.
It's so scary. They're playing God, much like how David says and tries to do, right?
Right.
Same thing with Rook here. But the people were involved and they were conducting these experiments on board, which is wild as fuck. Like, come on, man, you just want to die at that point.
I know.
But
I like how also when you see the carcass of the alien. And it still has the spear in it from when Ripley fucking shot it in part 1. Like, I was like, people will be like, oh, it's like so like fan service. Yeah, well, I'm a fan, bitch.
Bitch, it's been in space. It just got recovered. It's preserved.
I loved it.
What are you talking about?
When I saw that in the movie theater, I was like, oh my God, it's the spear.
Bro.
The spear is still in him.
Immediately it gets going. It lets you know, all right, here you go. Here's the tip of the hat, you fuck.
Yeah.
And then, you know what I like too in this one? And I'm sure it was fucking glorious in IMAX. The foreground of, hey, this ship is going to collide with these rings of fucking rock and meteorite and all this type of shit, right? We have an hour to set this fucking ship up for us to essentially hyper jump and us to go to cryo sleep. And it's about to crash into all these fucking rocks. Like, that in the background was fucking glorious. So every once in a while, you'd get an awesome shot, a big wide shot of like the rock spinning and shit. And if you think about like, okay, our satellites, they're spinning like 18,000 miles an hour or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? And then you think of like whatever's rotating around the, our world, they're moving fast. So like to see that first ship when it goes down into the rings, it was just like, holy fuck. And you hear the faint sound and then it blows up and you're like, dude, the ship's gonna get
yeah, it looked amazing. It looked amazing in IMAX.
Awesome.
Yeah, the whole the ring and the ship and like the debris and like all that shit looked fantastic. It was great. Let's talk about the birth of the xenomorph in this film, because it is fucking glorious.
Yeah.
That's something also we've never seen in any of these movies, because you see the little alien when it comes out of the chest.
Right.
It runs off. The next time you see it, it's a full-grown fucking xenomorph.
Right.
In this film, you see our two characters find it cocooned. And it also looks like a vagina-looking thing.
Very.
And so one of the characters tases it. There's like the taser into the vagine and just tases
inserts it. Yep.
Yeah, and violates this cocoon.
Immediately starts oozing acidic material.
It's wet. That's all I'm saying. He stuck it in there and it got wet.
Electric, a little spark.
It'll spark something.
Get something going. Quick.
Yeah, so he does that and then just decides, all right, this is where the characters are stupid. He just decides to stick around and stare at it for a while.
Right.
And then the tail comes out and it fucking gets him in the eye. And then since he tased it, the thing is bleeding, so he falls right under the cocoon.
Stupid.
And then all of the blood is just landing on him. Great fucking
stuff.
death.
Yeah.
I loved that.
That was
death.
good.
I was like, oh, that would be a fucked up way to do that.
Wasn't the xenomorph in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, I didn't like how it looked in Mortal Kombat.
No, but they added like some of those deaths, right?
Yeah.
I think that's why we saw some pretty cool stuff in this one. I really like that.
Anyway, so that guy dies a horrible death, and then there's a pregnant lady that gets tortured this whole movie. She like goes through hell, and then spoilers dies at the end. But she's seeing it come out of the cocoon, and when you see it come out, like. That's what I love about it. It's like all practical, fucking juicy. This thing is fucking lubed up, head to toe,
fresh.
And you see how it was like in a little ball, and it kind of like you see like the arms slowly come out,
right,
and like the hands was like in a ball, and then you see like the fingers like all slowly pop up one by one. I fucking loved how that looked, dude. I was like, fuck, like the birth of the alien was done like so tastefully.
And she crushed it. Sure, you felt that fear.
Fuck yeah.
She's watching this. She's like, oh. And then when it finally comes, she like turns around. It's like, oh, fuck. it's believable.
I know, it's so great. And then so Ian Holm is resurrected because the actor passed away a few years ago. And so they bring his character of Ash back as Rook, a different model. But I really like what they did with him because obviously Ash is super evil in the first movie, and in this one he turns too. But at first he's like being super helpful.
Yeah.
So I was like, what? Is there like just like a good Ash in this?
I don't trust it.
He breaks it down for them, and to my surprise, like I was hoping that it would, but I loved how they fucking brought it back to Prometheus, dude. Like they show the black goo. So Rook essentially extracted the black goo from the xenomorph. he was like, yeah, the xenomorph's cool and all. Like, I understand why the company wanted it.
Right.
But there was something way more valuable
Right.
in the xenomorph that I extracted, and it's the black goo from Prometheus.
Right.
And then he straight up says like what Weyland Yutani didn't die for nothing, and it's just straight up like referencing Prometheus.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you caught it.
Tell me.
They're right when that scene's happening for like 2 seconds, they faintly play the Prometheus theme.
Oh.
And I was like, honestly, almost cried. I was
fucker.
I was so happy.
Wow.
I was like, dude, like they say it takes place after Alien, before Alien, so I expected plenty of that shit to be referenced.
Right.
But I did not expect the Prometheus fucking connection. And I was like really happy that happened, because Ridley Scott didn't get to finish his Prometheus trilogy.
Right.
It kind of just left us, hard dicks in hand, you know?
Very hard.
I'm very aroused.
Very aroused.
And
really?
So
Mr. Burgundy, you have a massive erection.
So I really liked that, we will almost 99% not get that third Prometheus film.
Right.
So I like that they at least connect. They made the connection that Ridley Scott wasn't able to do, because he said that in the third one would finally be the connection between those films and the first Alien.
It has to happen, dude.
I hope so. I mean, this movie's pretty successful. Maybe they'll fucking let Ridley. I mean, he just did Gladiator 2.
Right.
Glad I'm finished Prometheus.
Right.
God damn it.
Are you scared for Gladiator 2?
I'm scared, but I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's got Pascal and fucking Denzel Washington.
Right. It should be good.
There's got to be some quality to it. Dude, just that scene when you see them like put all the water in the arena, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Just to see that, I'm gonna go.
Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. I'm just scared,
Me too. Trust me too. But I'm going. So they use the goo. So this dumb bitch fucking injects herself with this goo, which Rook basically tricked her into doing.
Right.
And because she's fucked up, right? What happened to her? Oh, well, the alien caught her and cocooned her.
Right.
But didn't impregnate her.
Mm-mm.
So they save her, but she's all fucked up. So she injects herself and gives birth to the offspring.
Yeah.
Fuck, I was gonna try to sing an offspring song. I was gonna go, yeah. The fucking
you went that
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi. I thought you were gonna go, my friend's got a girlfriend and he hates that bitch.
No, I was gonna say and although they say I'm pretty fly.
Okay. They should have put that in Alien, dude.
Now he's getting a tattoo. Yeah, he's getting it done.
He asked for a 13, but they put a 31. You're right.
Yeah. They didn't have Ice Cube, so he bought vanilla. Yeah.
Good stuff.
The Offspring. So the Offspring in this movie is different than that Offspring.
Yeah, very different.
But just as cool.
Right.
And I love the Prometheus connection to that Offspring, because it has the face of an engineer, which again, I was just like, thank you. Like, yes.
Right.
That's awesome. It had the xenomorph tail. It looked like Death himself.
Right.
It looked so creepy because it's so long. Like the torso so skinny and so weird. The limbs, the arms are so
long,
long and pointy. And then when you see that that's a real person, essentially, it's like, if I saw that man, I would run in fear.
He must have crushed it during Halloween, like every year. Just scare people. Just wear a suit and you'll scare someone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Terrifying.
So I fucking, a lot of people, a lot of the criticism I heard about this movie is because, the movie essentially ends and then it has the add-on, which is the exact same thing that happens in the first Alien. You know, you think she got away. Nope. The alien's in the fucking escape pod with her.
Right.
So it's the exact same thing. So why don't you complain about that, pussies?
Right,
okay,
right.
Fuck you.
It needs to keep going, you fucks. What do you think Aliens 2 was about? You gotta fucking kill them all. Game over, man.
Game over, man. And I love how at the end too, there's like also it reminds me of Evil Dead. There's just like this siren sound that's going on, like
right,
and it just amps you. It just like
keeps you.
It makes you way more tense
because
you're just like, fuck, what's happening?
That's what I liked about the silent scene where they're walking through the face huggers. Is that
such a great scene.
You go from these two different points of being like, holy fuck, heightened, to be like, shut the fuck up, don't fucking move, don't say shit,
don't breathe.
Mm-hmm. And I really
tip of the head.
Just how they set it up as well. They're like, oh, even if you get chills, like it's gonna know. So in the theater, you're like, if I get chills right now, these fuckers are dead or I'm dead. You know what I mean?
That's so well done too, because whatever, they had to bring up the temperature of the room to match their body temperature, and there's like 10 face huggers in the room,
right?
And so he said like if you get scared or whatever, and your body temperature changes a little bit, they're gonna hear you or see you. And then so at this point, one of the main characters gets walkie-talkied by the pregnant lady that's having the worst day of her life.
Yeah, not a good time.
And she's like, oh my fucking God, there's a fucking alien being born right in front of me. It's fucking crazy. The other guy got melted. Right. And so this dude, and then you figure out that he's the one that impregnated her. So it's basically
calling for him.
It's her. It's his fucking child and his bitch that are fucking in danger. And I loved like the moment that he realizes what's going on, that you see all of the hairs in his, like he just gets the chills from hearing what's happening to his bitch.
Right.
And like you just see all the hairs in his arm stand up, and he like looks down at his arm and sees it happen, and then all the fucking face huggers are like, huh?
Oh.
I love it. I love this movie, dude.
Yeah, it was good.
I want to watch it again right now.
Yeah, I don't know what people are tripping on. It's fantastic.
That old man knew. When I went to go see it opening day, that old man knew what the fuck was up.
Yeah.
Fucking critics.
He's probably responsible for some loss in that theater, because if he's that honest, the movie sucks. Fuck. All right. Old man, you got me.
Can I get a refund?
I'll take some popcorn, I guess.
I'll just get that bucket, the Xenomorph bucket. Yeah.
Get a drink.
Thanks, man. Anyways, Alien, Romulus. Dude. I loved it. I'd straight up give this movie like fucking 8.5.
It has all the elements. It has even the gunfire scene where they tell you, hey, don't fucking shoot shit because you're gonna melt this fucking ship. And we're fucking done. They still add and give you a nice little taste.
Zero gravity acid fucking scene. Fantastic. And that's what I loved about this movie. It's like it showed us shit we have not seen in an alien movie, which is you didn't think was possible because there's been like fucking 8 of them already. So yeah, fucking 8.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10. I don't know. I fucking love this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm at a solid 9 for this one, dude.
Probably 9. Yeah. I say 8.5. Like probably realistically, but as an Alien fan, this was like a 12.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm biased about these movies. I love Alien Covenant. I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and he was just like, "Fuck, I hated Alien Covenant," and I was like,
"You're stupid."
I fucking love that movie, dude. Like
why am I even talking?
You're
to
fired.
Anyway, why are you here?
Anyways, let's wrap this bitch up. I loved this movie. Couldn't recommend it enough. Watch it a bunch of times. Buy it on 4K. Get a 4K TV.
Yeah.
Get a surround
just
sound.
For this.
Get a surround sound and fucking enjoy the fuck out of this movie.
Yeah. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. Check out the Salad Bites Media group. The Family. He has a bunch of different podcasts on there. He has a Salinas Underground podcast, of course. Shout out to our producer, Oz. So yeah, check it out, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Sayonara, Sammy.
The Electro and Bono Movie Power